everyone, I am here today to share some Christmas mugs that I have, and I'm pairing them with a Christmas book as well. I did like a non-Christmas version of this video earlier in the year. I did like a books and mugs recommendation video. I will link it down below. That was very fun. I just thought about I have Christmas mugs that I love so much, and I save them for only use them in like November, December. And so I get like 2 months to just like use them and love them, and then I put them back with my decorations and I don't use them again until the next year. So anyways, I love my Christmas mugs and I have quite a few. I'm gonna be sharing 9 recommendations here and mugs. I tried not to recommend any books in this video that I've already talked about this year. There's a couple, there's gonna be like 2 that I've talked about already and that you've seen. Also, none of these are like super unique, but really it was just a chance for me to show you my Christmas mugs because I love them. So some of them are like super Christmassy, some of them are just snowy, wintry, but either way, I will share them with you and I'm very excited to do this. If you see this video and you make videos, you should do it too. This could be a tag or something. You go ahead and do it if you want to. I'd love to see everyone else's videos. So yeah, let's go for it. So the first mug is nice and big. It's called Dreaming of a White Christmas. It's called? It says Dreaming of a White Christmas on it. So it's just white, but then like, I don't know, the glare is kind of bad. It's like gray font and gray snowflakes, I guess, and it's really nice and big. I love it. So I actually got this as a gift from one of my students back in the day. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I like that it's really big. I like that it's like simple like this, but it says Dreaming of a White Christmas, which is what I dream of every year. I don't always get a white Christmas every year, so I do hope for one every year because you never know. Okay, and the book that I matched with this one is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because look at that snow. And look at that snow, you know? This is not like a specifically Christmas book, but Santa is in it, Father Christmas is in it, and I guess Christmas-ish is too. It's like Narnia is in a forever winter, so the holidays aren't as special because it's been winter for a long time. I just thought these paired so well together because of all the snow that's on this cover. So yeah, it has been a long time since I've read anything Narnia. Might be time for a reread, because when I pulled this off my shelf I was like this is my original. I grew up reading this and it's so good. Anyways, oh, my nails match. I literally didn't even notice that. Yes, I love it. Okay, so that's the first one. Also, these mugs have been sitting on my floor right here for like 2 days, so I've had to like be careful not to step on them, and I also haven't been able to use them because I knew I wanted to show them in a video. So finally I can put them back in the cupboard and drink out of them again. I've been using my Starbucks reusable cup instead, but it's just not the same, you know? But it is Christmassy at least. Okay, the next mug is my Joy mug. I really love this one. I really like the shape, first of all. Like, it, you know, it's kind of a vase shape, I guess. And I like that there's like kind of a pattern all over it, like it goes around the whole thing, and it says Joy on both sides. Because I am left-handed, I drink with my left hand. This is my left hand that I'm using right now, and so most of the time the design on a mug is, do I have an example? I guess not. All my mugs, oh yeah, okay. So when I hold a mug with my left hand, I can't see the design, only the people looking at me can, which I wish that it was on both sides so that I could see it and you could see it, you know? So that's why I like that Joy is like that, because this one is not. It only says it on one side. So sometimes I use my right hand to drink, but it's like much more awkward for me, but then I can see that I am dreaming of a white Christmas, so. Isn't it great? Okay, yeah, I just love the shape of this. And then I got this from my mom. She got me and my siblings, I've got 3 younger siblings, so she got us each a mug. I think everyone said Joy on it. I think we all got the same mug one Christmas. I drink out of this a lot because it's a really good size, so I could talk about my mugs forever. Okay, this book, I totally forgot to recommend it this year. I may have recommended it last year, but anyways, it is The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans. He writes a lot of really sweet Christmas stories, and I haven't read all of them, but this one I read last year and it totally stands out. I just totally forgot about it. I don't even know how. I think I had it like tucked away because it's a very small book. I had it tucked away in my shelf and I didn't see it when I was looking for recommendations. So this follows kind of a funny situation, but so sweet in the end. So you follow this widow who lives by herself. She's like an older woman, and she puts an ad in the papers, I'm pretty sure, for a family to come live with her and kind of take care of her. This family that's out on their luck, I think, out on their luck, down on their luck, whatever. They answer the ad and they go and move in with her. But it turns out that she doesn't actually need any help. She just wanted company because she knew this was probably going to be her last Christmas. So she gets, you know, this family to move in, and she makes friends with them, and they end up helping her get into her attic for something, and they find this box, and there's like just really special memories and stories attached to it. And then there's also like letters and journals that they find that connect to the widow and more of her story, and it was just so wholesome and sweet. It was very good. What a beautiful Christmas book too, right? So yeah, I definitely would recommend this book. It's so quick and easy to read. Okay, my next mug is more like wintry, I guess. It is this one. It's kind of glary, isn't it? This is from David's Tea. This is David's Tea mug, and it has such a pretty glove, or that's a mitten, isn't it? Gloves have fingers. Mittens have no fingers. A really pretty pink mitten design, and then the ribbon is a heart. Isn't that cute? It's on both sides, so I'm a fan. And then it's pink inside, which is so pretty. And then the gold is actually metal, so found that out the hard way when I put it in the microwave and it sparked. So if you see gold on kitchenware or cups, mugs, whatever, it's probably metal. Don't put it in the microwave. So this one is special because it was actually a birthday gift from one of my university friends years and years ago. And so I just always remember that, and I really like this one because of the size and the shape. So I like small handles, first of all, because like my 3 fingers fit perfectly in there. Love that there's mittens on both sides. And the pink, seriously, this pink is probably me in a color. I love it. And I also like there's a slight lip. Can you see it? Yeah, there's a slight lip. I like it, and it's, again, it's a good size. So the book that I'm pairing with this is Harry Potter. I reread Harry Potter a couple of years ago, and I did share it on my channel, but I haven't really like talked about it much, and I feel like no one talks about it that much anymore. So I don't even know if this is a recommendation, but I thought of this book just because there's like really strong friendship themes in the book, and this book, or this mug, came from a friend, so they just remind me of each other. They're not really similar at all looking, but yeah, when I first, oh no, okay, I literally just remembered why I chose this book. Okay, there's friendship in it, yes, but I actually first read Harry Potter when I was in grade 11, because one of my friends at the time was like, you haven't read Harry Potter? Read them now. So she lent me all of her books, and I took like 2 years to read all of them. And yeah, so Harry Potter, I read it for the first time because of a friend. So I was like 16. So I didn't actually read it as a child. I read it as a teenager, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so that's a cool little story with that. Okay, I could not think of a book that like truly matches this mug, but it's one of my favorite ones, and so I had to talk about it. So I just kind of picked a Christmas book. So this is the mug. Okay, a couple reasons I love this. Number one, it has the design on both sides. That is really a sign for me that I'm gonna like the mug when the design is on both sides. It's a great size. It's such a good size. The big handle is okay. It's very soft. When handles are like, actually, this is probably a good example. No, this isn't, because it's small. But see how it's like, it's kind of sharper, you know? This one is super round. Can you tell? Yeah. So this one like has more of a sharp edge to it, and this one is very round, so it doesn't hurt my hand to hold it. Plus, like, all 4 of my fingers fit in there, so it's not as bad. This is like mug science or something. Anyways, so yeah, the design is on both sides, and it is the cutest little snowman. He's dressed up and he's holding gifts. He's actually balancing them, which is pretty impressive. And then there's like different snow dots falling. It's so cute. So I love that. I also love that there's texture to it. Like, you can see it's not flat. You can kind of see those like indents, and then even along the top, it's not flat. It's like it's a piece of snow, which is pretty great. And I got this for Christmas one year from my family. I don't remember who, but It's one of my favorite mugs. I also like that it's an off-white color, so it just it just feels cozy, you know? I love it. So the book that I picked is actually Skipping Christmas for this mug. They aren't really related at all, but I don't think I talked about Skipping Christmas yet this year, so I will recommend it now. It is what the movie Christmas with the Cranks is based on, and the movie follows it pretty much exactly. So if you like the movie, you'll probably like the book because it's the same story. So it's very funny, and I really recommend it. Okay, I had to mention one of these taller mugs. I also love these tall ones because you can it makes you feel like have a bigger drink, but really it's like tall and skinny, so it's probably the same size as anything else. But I really like this one because it's such a solid picture, and it isn't the same on both sides, but there is something on both sides. So I look at this guy, you look at this guy, and then they have a friend in the middle, so it's very nice. Yeah, and I just like the colors of it, like green. I don't often see green mugs, so there's just it's a nice difference, you know? And I really like these tall mugs. So this one is special because it actually came from my grandma's house. She recently, well, not that recently, this last year she moved from her house that my mom grew up in. So she's been in the house for a long time, and she was downsizing. So I got this mug from her, and so that's very special to me. So because there's a little crew hanging out on this mug, the book that I decided to pair with it is My True Love Gave to Me. This is a short story holiday collection from lots and lots of different authors, and I've recommended this book before, and so these are all YA, and they're all romance pretty much, except for a couple. There's a couple that are just fantasy based that are more about the fantasy element and not romance, but these are so sweet. There's some that I super recommend you skip. So, you know, there's some that are just super boring, some that you know, are about a relationship that I don't support, and then there's some that I love with my whole heart. So, you know, there's something in there for everyone. Check out the authors. Some of the big names here are Gail Foreman. She used to be big. Is she still big? I don't know. David Levithan is in this book, Stephanie Perkins, Rainbow Rowell, Laini Taylor, Kirsten White, and then some other ones, Jenny Han. So yeah, this is just such a Christmassy book. I really love it, and for a while I reread my favorite stories every Christmas from this book, and yeah, so I mean, you can see all the couples there skating, and it's oh, we're all friends. It's very nice. So that's why I paired these together. And the color schemes are kind of similar on these too, so it works. Okay, this is the one that was in my thumbnail. Look at this little guy. Isn't he so adorable? This thing's tiny. It's tiny. I can only fit 4 ounces in here. I have a Keurig, and so you choose the size that you want, and if I do anything more than 4 ounces, it overflows. So this is a tiny little guy. This I got for Christmas last year from my brother, and it's just cute. So the book that I paired is this one. Aren't they just match so perfectly? It's 2 little guys. So this book I read when I was a little girl, and I still remember it, which is so cool. I feel we all have those books that when we were first learning to read, or when our parents were reading to us, there's books that just are so iconic because you read them all the time. So this one is really special. It's called Who is Coming to Our House by Joseph Slate and Ashley Wolff, and it's a cardboard book. And it is about Mary and Joseph coming to the inn to have Jesus. And so it's just so cute. And all the barn animals are who's coming? Who's coming? And then I won't spoil it, but Jesus comes. So yeah, I just thought these were a perfect pairing, and I would totally recommend this. Okay, 3 left. This is a long video. It's fine. Next mug. Okay. This one is also a snowman one, but it says Let It Snow on it, and it's huge. Look at this guy. He's big old handle. Not a huge fan of the handle, but I do like to do this with this mug because my whole hand can literally fit in it. Probably, okay, I don't want to get stuck, but this part of my hand can definitely fit into it. Anyways, it has it on both sides. That is the key, and I really like that it's a solid design once again. This snowman is very cute. He's saying let it snow. I would say that too, and it's huge. So yeah, this I've had for a super long time. I think I got it from my parents' cupboard when I moved out, but I think that's where it came from. I don't remember if I got it from anywhere else. So yeah, this is a big old guy, and I don't have any reason for this pairing. So this is one that I didn't recommend this. I've reviewed it though. I read this book in November. It's Hidden Christmas by Timothy Keller, and this, whoa, did you see that? Almost stabbed myself. This is a nonfiction about Christmas, and Timothy Keller is like a theologian and a pastor, and he writes lots of books, but he wrote a tiny little one exclusively about Christmas. And I got way more out of this than I expected to. Like, it's so funny because, like, you know, every sermon every year is about the true meaning of Christmas. So I thought, oh, I've heard it all before. And the thing is, yes, you can hear it before, but hearing it in a different way or just a fresh way really matters. And I felt that with this book. He definitely emphasized how incredible it is that God, our God, the God who created everything, came to earth as a baby, like completely helpless. It's mind-blowing when you think about it. Like the fact that he came, and it wasn't just to like visit, it wasn't to just, you know, help us live our life. Like it was to save us from our sin. He actually came to die. Like, it's amazing. So like he talked about things like that, and I just was like, yeah, wow. So that's why I would recommend this book. All right, and I'm ending with my 2 favorite Christmas books of all time, so you will be able to guess them right away. Here's the mug. This one I really like because it's simple and yet not, because there's Christmas trees all around, but I like that it's all red, and I like the snowflakes, the stars, whatever, and it's going all the way around, so I get to see a design, you know? And I like the size, I like the shape, the handle is a good size. I really like this mug. So the book that I'm pairing with this one is The White Christmas Inn by Colleen Wright. So it matches perfectly. I recently reread this book this season and I gave it 5 stars again. I loved it. I just think that it's such a wholesome, positive Christmas story, and there's no Christian elements in it, and yet it feels just like so wholesome, like a Christian book would be. And it's totally clean. It's just like such a good, feel-good story, and it matches this mug perfectly. So I wanted to recommend it again. And lastly, wait for the book. Here's the mug. I would say this is one of my favorite mugs of all time because, okay, a little story here. I found this at a thrift store at Valley Village, and the thing is, my family had this exact mug, so they must have like made copies of it, you know, and somehow it was popular around. But my family had this exact mug growing up, but it's completely faded. Like the designs are still there, but it's like so faded you can barely see them. It's still in my parents' cupboard, like I can picture it right now. So when I saw this at Valley Village, I was like, it's my childhood mug, you know? And I just had to get it. So it's not actually like from my family, but it's the same one that my family had growing up, and it is the sweetest little Christmas mug ever. It has teddies on both sides, which makes me so happy, and they're adorable. Like it's just so cute. The polka dots, like really, and it's sweet because it's like smaller. It's a smaller mug. I don't love the handle. Like either I do this and it hurts this finger, or I put 3 in and it hurts my pinky. Like it's pretty heavy. So it's not the greatest to hold, you know, but I do like the size for a smaller drink when I'm in the mood for it, but this mug is just really special to me. So my book that I paired with this is, of course, Catching Christmas by Terri Blackstock, my favorite book of all time, Christmas book of all time. Yeah, so I thought these paired perfectly together, and you all know what this is about. You've seen lots of people talk about it now. It's not just my favorite Christmas book, it's a lot of other people's favorite Christmas books. And it just has such a great message, and it's almost nostalgic for me now because I discovered it 2 years ago and I reread it last year. Don't really have plans to reread it this year, but I still like have very fond memories with it. So yeah, super recommend that. So that is the video. It was way longer than I expected, but I did want to like share stories about all the mugs whenever I could, so that's what happened. And that is everything. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.